Hi, it's Nørgaard and I'm gonna do my second Empties video. So basically, if you haven't watched my first Empties video, I'll leave a link to it down below so you can go check it out. But basically what my Empties videos is all about is that I have a lot of makeup products that I have used up. So I'm just gonna kind of review them and tell you what I thought about them. So I have quite a lot in this little Sephora bag that I got when I was in Paris. So first things first, I'm just gonna drag out the first product. And that is this Rimmel Stay Matte Press Powder in Transparent. And you can see it kind of just has a little bit of powder still in there. But I can't really use it because it kind of crumbles when I put my brush in it. So it's just a hot mess if I try to use it now. So this powder, I've used this powder in almost all of my tutorials. I love it. It's my favorite transparent powder. I use it for setting my face, my foundation all over. And I love this powder. And next thing is more powder and more powder. So I've used up 3 of these. Okay, up next is my MAC Studio Fix Fluid in the color NW13. And I'm actually gonna take the pump off because I can reuse this with my next Studio Fix Fluid. And I have 3 of these used up as well. So I really like it. It's up there among my most favorite foundations. It has a full coverage and matte finish. And it comes in a lot of colors, so I really love it. Next thing is this e.l.f. Studio Concealer, Corrective Concealer Palette. And you can see I still have some of the concealer left, but this is really quite old, so I think it's pretty filled up with bacteria and I need to throw it out. Also, I don't really use this anymore. I used to use this a whole lot when my skin was better, so I would use that green one on my blemishes. And then the pink mixed with either one of these 2 colors to correct my under eye circles. And it also has a little mirror. And you can see this little plastic thing has come off. So it's time to throw it out. But yeah, this is quite lightweight and it's really good if you have good skin and just have a little bit that you want to cover. And it doesn't look heavy and it doesn't look cakey. It's really quite nice. But I just don't have good enough skin anymore to use this. Next up, I have 2 of my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation, and you can see this one is really scratched. It was because I had this one with me to a festival in Norway, and while I was in the crowd, I was listening to Odd Future. The crowd was like crazy at that concert. I was being pushed and I was being like squeezed, and normally I'm used to going to concerts and I'm used to like being pushed or squeezed or whatever, but it was crazy. It was insane. So I actually dropped this out of my pocket, and so everybody just, you know, stomped on it, like people stood on it and kicked it and whatever. But I actually found it after the concert and I kind of needed it because my face was looking crazy, so I had to touch it up with some powder. So I just picked it up and applied it. I mean, the powder inside was still alright. Nobody had, you know, touched that. So I was like, it's fine, whatever. So I bought this one after I was done using this one. So, yeah. I love these powders. You can hear me rave and rave and rave about these in just about any of my videos. I love them. They give a really nice full coverage. They're like my #1 makeup product, I have to admit. Okay, so next up is this translucent pressed powder from e.l.f. It came with a little sponge over here, and that's the transparent powder. And it has a big mirror, and this is actually kind of falling out. After I started using my Rimmel pressed powder, I stopped using this because it's just not as good. It doesn't make my makeup stay as long, and it doesn't keep it as matte, and it's just not as good. I probably won't repurchase this. And just a note, I will repurchase my Rimmel pressed powder. I will repurchase my Studio Fix Fluid. I will repurchase my MAC Studio Fix Powder Plus Foundation. I wouldn't repurchase this e.l.f. correcting concealer at the moment because my skin is just not good enough. Okay, so next up are 2 concealers from MAC. And the first one is Studio Finish Concealer with SPF 35. This was in the color NC15. And you can see I've used every last drop of it. And this is also my everyday concealer. It's the one I always use. I love it. It gives such a full coverage with such a tiny amount, and this will last you ages, and I will definitely repurchase this. The other one is MAC Studio Sculpt Concealer in NC15 as well, and it has kind of the paint pot jar. It's quite heavy because this is made out of glass, so you can see I have used every last drop of this one as well. This one is more creamy, and I don't find it to be as full coverage as my Studio Finish. So I don't like this one as much, so I probably won't repurchase this because I have my Studio Finish concealer that I like better. But I actually do like the packaging better. But unfortunately that's not really what I look for in a concealer. I just look for the concealer itself. Oh my god, you guys. Look what I just found. 3 more of my freaking Rimmel press powders. Are you kidding me? I use too fucking much of this powder. That is insane, okay? Like, look. 6 fucking pressed powders. I'm off my rockers. I love that shit, okay? Okay, next up is another concealer, and this one is from L'Oreal. It's their True Match concealer in the lightest color. So I often hear people rave and rave about the True Match foundation. So when I bought this, I had just gotten another foundation, so I wasn't gonna get the True Match foundation, but I tried the True Match concealer instead, and honestly I don't really like this. First of all, I don't know if you can see, but it's really yellow, and also this starts to separate really fast. I find that it doesn't last very long, and it doesn't have a really full coverage, which is what I always look for in my face makeup products. So this is a no-go for me. I won't repurchase this. Next up is this highlighter from e.l.f. This actually comes as a duo. You have the highlighter in one end and then a concealer, liquid concealer in the other end. But I have no idea where the liquid concealer went, so I just have the highlighter. So it's just a basic white liquid highlighter. But I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't really do much. So to me it doesn't really do a lot. It's really quite sheer, too sheer for my liking, and I find that it cakes up so easily. It's not completely bad. Like, if you like to really settle kind of highlight, then you can probably use this. And I actually quite like the concealer it comes with. It comes in actually a really light shade, so even I, who's really pale, can use it. That's awesome. But yeah, for me it's just too subtle, and I need something that's a little more boom, like a little more dramatic or whatever, so I wouldn't repurchase this. Okay, so next up is my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the color Light. So this is basically a pressed powder. Oh my god. So this is basically a pressed powder with a tint to it, so it's not transparent. And I do quite like this. It has a nice color, and it has a really nice texture. It's really silky soft. But I like my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powders better. I think they keep me more matte and they set my foundation and concealer better, so I probably won't repurchase this. Up next is another foundation. This is Maybelline's 24 Hour Superstay Foundation in 005 Light Beige. This is the lightest color, and you have probably also seen me use this in my videos before. I really like this because it comes with a pump. It has really nice coverage and a really nice color. I don't know if you can see it. It looks kind of off on camera, but it has a really nice color in real life. It's what I'm wearing right now. Not this one, because this one is an empty, but I'm wearing a new bottle. It has a nice range of colors, which is unusual at the drugstore. So I would totally repurchase this. So next up is this mascara, which is from Maybelline as well. It's called the Rocket, and it is in waterproof. And this is what the brush looks like. So you can see it's a really fat and big brush with really small bristles. This is not a bad mascara, but it's not the best mascara ever. I much prefer Maybelline the Falsies. I find this brush to just be too big, and it does give a lot of like length, but it doesn't give a lot of volume. So it is quite nice, but I still prefer my Maybelline the Falsies. So I won't repurchase this. I will repurchase my Maybelline the Falsies. And the very last product, that is my Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus Foundation. And I believe this is in the color 20. But it actually doesn't say on the little bottle itself. It says on like the packaging it comes in, so I don't quite remember, but I think it's number 20. So this is a really nice foundation as well. I really love Maybelline, what am I saying? I really love Makeup Forever's Matte Velvet Foundation. Only problem for me is that you can only get this in Sephora. The only problem for me is that you can only get this in Sephora, and in Denmark we don't have that many Sephoras. We only have Sephoras in Copenhagen, and I live 4 hours away from Copenhagen, so I can't just get this whenever I want or whenever I need it. But next time I'm in Copenhagen, I'll definitely go to Sephora and get a new bottle of this, because it is really awesome. It has full coverage, nice colors, matte finish, brilliant foundation. So that was all. So now I am going to fill this up with new stuff, and I will have another empties when I get some new products filled in this bag. But yeah, I hope you guys, what is that? Oops. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. I still can't get over the fact that I have 6 of these powders. Like, what am I doing with my life? But yeah, that was my empties. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It really helps me out a lot. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. Take good care of yourself. I'll see you next time. Bye.